Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, guys. It is the second part of chapter 6 from High School English Grammar by Wren and Martin. Previously, in this chapter, we learned to classify uh, English nouns, naming words, on the basis of gender. And we classified naming words into four groups: masculine, feminine, nouns of masculine gender, nouns of feminine gender, nouns of common gender, and nouns of neutral gender. In this chapter, in this part of the lecture, our focus will be on nouns of masculine gender and nouns of feminine gender. And in this discussion, in this session, we would learn to form feminine nouns from the masculine forms. So, look at this list that contains a lot of pairs of masculine nouns and feminine nouns. Bachelor is a noun of masculine is a noun of masculine gender, sorry, and maid is a noun of feminine gender. Similarly, spinster is also a noun of feminine gender. Now, the point which needs to be pointed out is that feminine noun is not formed from the masculine noun. There is a complete dissimilarity in terms of spelling. There is no orthographic resemblance. Bachelor and maid, bachelor and spinster, these are different words. Nouns of feminine gender have not been formed from the noun of masculine gender. Another information which relates to these naming words is that these bachelor, maid, and spinster, these naming words are no more used in modern English. They're old fashioned, and maid and spinster are derogatory terms, and now they are offensive. A spinster is a woman who has never married and became old, and now she is not likely to get married. So, calling an unmarried woman maid or spinster is not polite, it is derogatory and offensive. So, these terms, bachelor, maid, and spinster, must not be used. In modern day English, we use the terms married and unmarried. Now look at the second pair, boy and girl. Boy, noun of masculine gender, girl, noun of feminine gender. Both are different from each other. Noun of feminine gender is not formed from the noun of masculine gender. Spellings are different. There is complete orthographic dissimilarity. Brother and sister, again the same pattern. Feminine noun is not formed from the masculine noun. Buck and doe. Buck and doe are the nouns which denote rabbits and hares and deer. Bull or cow. Bull and cow. Cow is not formed from bull. Spellings are different. The naming word bull does not only apply to male cow, it also applies to a male elephant, a bull elephant, and similarly a cow elephant. Uh, if you want to use if you want to if you get angry with a woman and you say you stupid cow, this is also possible. Bullock and heifer. Bullock is a young bull which is castrated. Uh, it is a bullock. It is a small bull. It's a young bull with its sexual organs removed. And heifer is a female, a young cow. Cock and hen. Uh, in modern day English, the naming word for a male hen is rooster. Cock is archaic and it is old fashioned. Colt and filly, uh, they're both naming words for male and female horses that are less than 4 years of age. Dog and bitch, again, bitch is not formed from dog, the same pattern. Noun of feminine gender is not formed from the noun of masculine gender. Is the dog also applies to a thing which is of inferior quality. Look at the sentence. Her last movie was an absolute dog. It means that her last movie was of an inferior quality. And let the sleeping dogs lie is a saying. Drake and duck. Duck not formed from drake, so it is a different word. Can I help you, love? Love is a form of address. Similarly, what's your name, dear? Dear is a loving form of address. Similarly, duck can also be used as a loving form of address. Anything else, duck? And drone and bee, again the same pattern. Feminine is not formed from the masculine. Drone is a male bee that remains in the nest and does not take part in the construction of the nest or in bringing the food. It only eats and takes part in the reproductive activity. Earl and Countess, these are ranks in the British nobility. Earl and Countess, again, Countess is a different word and not formed from the masculine form. Father and mother, gander and goose. It is a duck of a very big size, a domestic duck. Gentleman and lady, hart and roe. It is a kind of deer. Horse and mare, husband and wife, king and queen, lord and lady, man, woman. You see, there is a pattern that nouns of feminine gender are not formed from the nouns of masculine gender. They are completely different words. And monk and nun, nephew and niece, papa, mama, ram, ewe. Ram is a male sheep while a ewe is a female sheep. You see, there is complete orthographic dissimilarity. Uh, I mean, spellings are different, words are different. Noun of feminine gender not derived from the noun of masculine gender. And sir, madam, ma'am is also uh, used. Son, daughter, stag, hind, uncle, aunt, wizard, and witch. In storybooks, wizard is a man having magical powers, while witch is a woman having magical powers. So, uh, I have read the entire list prepared by Wren and Martin, in which we have looked at pairs of nouns of masculine gender and nouns of feminine gender, and we have seen that uh, these feminine forms uh, are different from the masculine forms, and they have not been derived or formed from the masculine forms. Now, look at the second list of the pairs of nouns of masculine and feminine gender. Author and authoress. Here, there is a different pattern. Noun of feminine gender is obviously formed from the noun of masculine gender through a process of deletion and insertion. In this pattern, nothing is deleted, only a suffix EWS is added to the masculine ending. Author and a suffix EWS is added, and we get noun of the masculine feminine gender. Authoress is old fashioned and it is no more used, while noun of masculine gender author is still current and it is used in modern day English. And again, baron and baroness, count and countess, these are ranks in British nobility. Baron and count are still used in modern day English, but nouns of the feminine gender, baroness and countess, are now old fashioned. Giant and giantess, you see, a suffix EWS is added to the masculine gender. Heir and heiress, these nouns begin with the alphabet H, but when we pronounce these nouns, there is no ha sound. These words begin with a vowel sound, heir and heiress, so we would use indefinite article an. Say an heir or an heiress. Host and hostess. Hostess is old fashioned, it is no more used in modern day English. Jew and Jewess, again, Jewess is old fashioned. The feminine form is being formed simply by adding suffix EWS to the masculine ending. Lion and lioness. Manager and manageress, again, it is old fashioned, no more used in modern day English. Mayor and mayoress. Mayoress is old fashioned. Patron and patroness. Peer and peeress. Poet and poetess. Priest and priestess. Prophet, prophetess. Shepherd, shepherdess. All these nouns of the feminine gender are obsolete, old fashioned, and they are no more used in modern English. Steward and stewardess. Steward was a male attendant in an aeroplane, and stewardess in air hostess, a female attendant. But nowadays we do not use the words steward and stewardess for the flight attendant. These are old fashioned. And viscount and viscountess, again, a rank in British nobility. In this list, we have seen a different pattern. A suffix is a word which is added at the end of a word. So EWS is a suffix which is added to the masculine ending, and we get nouns of the feminine gender. Now again, look at this list. Here you'd notice a different pattern. Actor and actress. In the masculine ending, there is a vowel alphabet O. This vowel alphabet is dropped, and then suffix EWS is added. So this is the pattern. Benefactor, Benefactress. Benefactress is old-fashioned, but the same pattern is repeated. Alphabet, a vowel alphabet in the masculine ending is dropped, and then suffix EWS is added, and we get noun of the masculine, feminine gender. Conductor and conductress similarly, but bus conductor and bus conductress. Conductress is old-fashioned and is no more used in modern English. Enchanter, enchantress. Founder and foundress. Foundress is old-fashioned. Again, the vowel alphabet is dropped, and then suffix EWS is added. Hunter and huntress. Huntress is old-fashioned. Instructor, instructress. Final vowel alphabet is dropped and suffix EWS is added. Negro and negress. These are naming words. These are nouns which denote persons of African origin. And both of these noun of the masculine gender and noun of the feminine gender, Negro and negress, are old-fashioned, and they must not be used for somebody with an African origin. These terms are now taken as offensive terms, and they are now an ethnic slur. So whenever you meet with somebody of African origin, you must not use these terms to refer to them. Negro and negress. Abbot and abbess. Here you would notice a different pattern. Final OT in the masculine is dropped, and then suffix EWS is added. So it is a different pattern. Emperor. The final EROR is dropped, and REWS is added. Preceptor, preceptress. Prince and princess. Again, the final alphabet, vowel alphabet is dropped, and then EWS is added. Songster and songstress. Same pattern. Vowel in the final, vowel in the masculine ending and is dropped, and then suffix EWS is added. Songster and songstress are old-fashioned terms. In the past, these were the names used for singers. Tempter and temptress. Again, these are old-fashioned. Tempter is a person who tempts a woman, seduces a woman, or tempts anybody into doing something illegal or wrong. And temptress is a woman who seduces men. Temptress and tempter both are old-fashioned and they are no more used. But sometimes, in order to create a humorous effect, people call a lovely or flirty woman a temptress. Seamster and seamstress, both are old-fashioned. They are no more used in modern English. Again, the same pattern. Vowel in the masculine ending is dropped, and then suffix EWS is added. And they mean a tailor. Tiger and tigress, and traitor and traitress. Traitress is old-fashioned, but traitor is still used in modern English. Waiter and waitress. Waiter is still used in modern English, but waitress uh, is old-fashioned, and people do not use these words when they want to talk to a waiter or when they want to refer to a waiter in a hotel, because they believe that it is absurd pointing out somebody's gender unnecessarily. So instead of calling a female waiter a waitress, they use a neutral word, a server, both for male and female waiters. Master and mistress. Here you would notice a different pattern. First, this vowel alphabet uh, in the masculine form, A is replaced with I, and then final E is dropped, and then EWS is added. Master and mistress. Mistress is old fashioned. Master is still used in modern English. The dog and its master, but you do not say the dog and its mistress. Mistress is old fashioned. Murderer and murderess. Murderess is again old fashioned, and sorcerer and sorceress. So in this list, we have seen a different pattern. First, a vowel in the final when the masculine ending is dropped, and then suffix EWS is added, and we get nouns of the feminine gender. And it is now clear that some of the feminine forms are formed from the masculine forms. Now look at this third list. Here we would notice a different pattern. Hero and heroine. Uh, Suffix I and E is added to the masculine form, hero, and we get heroine, noun of the feminine gender. Testator and testatrix. Here, TOR is dropped and is replaced with TRIX, testatrix. It is a lawyer uh, who prepares a legally valid will. And then again, Tsar and Tsarina. Here, the feminine noun is formed uh, on a different pattern. A suffix INA is added to the masculine form, and we get Tsarina. Sultan. In Urdu, we pronounce this word Sultan, but in English, it is pronounced as Sultan. Sultan, only suffix A is added, and we get noun of the feminine gender, Sultana. Signor and Signora. These are forms of address for somebody who is of Italian origin. Do not pronounce this word as signor or signora, signor and signora. You see, only suffix A is added to the masculine form, and we get noun of the feminine gender. Fox and vixen. Here you would notice a totally different pattern. FO is replaced with VI, and then suffix EN is added to the masculine ending, and we get vixen, fox, vixen. So in this list of nouns, we have noticed many different patterns. Different suffixes are used to form nouns of the feminine gender. Now look at this last and the final list of pairs of nouns of the masculine and feminine gender. Grandfather, grandmother. Grandfather is a noun consisting of two words. It consists of two parts, grand and father. The second part of the noun is replaced with mother, and we get noun of the feminine gender. Grandfather, grandmother. Great uncle, similarly, second part is replaced with aunt, and we get great aunt. Now, manservant is again a noun of the masculine gender consisting of two words, man and servant. Here, the first part of the noun is replaced with maid, and we get noun of the feminine gender. So, a different pattern upon which nouns of the feminine gender are being formed. Manservant and maidservant both are now old fashioned. They are no more used in modern English. Landlord and landlady. Landlord consists of two words, landlord. The second part is replaced with lady, and we get noun of the feminine gender. I have written an expression, uh, a vocabulary builder, a buy to let landlord. Landlord is somebody who purchases apartments in order to uh, use them for rent. Milkman and milkwoman. The second part is replaced. Peacock and peahen. Salesman and saleswoman. Which washerman and washerwoman. This noun of the masculine gender consists of two parts, and the second part is replaced with a woman. So, in this fourth list, we have seen that nouns of the feminine gender are formed from the nouns of masculine gender on a certain pattern. I hope that today's discussion was useful. And if you guys like this video and if you want to appreciate my effort, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Allah Hafiz. God bless you.